Bro, again is crazy. So if you saw my last post-game video in which the Heat lost to the Clippers, I said Tyronn Lue was near the top of my op list now with Mario Cristobal and Joe Cronin, simply because Tyronn Lue challenged the call with like 30 seconds left as the Clippers were up 13. And of course, I'm sitting here in beautiful South Florida, so it's well past midnight now as I'm recording this post-game video. And all Tyronn Lue did was waste another 5 minutes of my time when I'm trying to go to bed. And now tonight, JJ Redick does the same thing. And I used to like JJ. I used to enjoy the podcast with him and Tommy Alter. But now he's going on the top of my op list with Tyronn Lue because JJ Redick challenged the call with like 90 seconds left in the game and the Lakers were up like double digits. Why? Are you trying to make me groggy in the morning when I wake up? That's probably going to happen anyways because the Heat walk away with another loss here to the Los Angeles Lakers, a game in which they got outscored by 21 in the second half, and I'm very disappointed because I had this whole spiel I was going to do to start the game, to start this video if the Heat had won. I was going to say, y'all remember when LeBron trucked Tyler Herro in the bubble in 2020? I was going to say, Tyler Herro took that personal because last time against the Lakers, he dropped 32 on your ass. Hit like 7 threes in the third quarter. And then today, Tyler Herro went absolutely nuclear in the first half. Oh boy, it was fun to watch. Tyler Herro was doing his thing today. Although he had 7 turnovers, which was a lot, you know. He didn't have all the Heat's turnovers because they had 20 plus. And that's the reason that, how many more shots did the Lakers take today than the Heat? So the Heat today took 73 shots. And the Lakers took 90. Quick math, that's 17 more shots. You can't win a game when the other team takes 17 more shots. And I'm pretty sure there was a very similar statistic when they played the Clippers too. Because of the same thing. Because the same thing. The turnovers, and Zubac was killing them on the offensive rebounds that game. But that's nothing new. But anyways, yeah, you can't win games like that. So instead of me sitting here and saying Tyler Herro got his revenge on LeBron for getting trucked, I'm still here saying that 5 years later, 6 years later, almost, no, I guess 5 years later, LeBron is still the GOAT at 40 years old, and he dropped the hammer on us. That was nasty. Yeah, LeBron went crazy in that fourth quarter. He couldn't do anything, really. But we'll kind of go through this game and tell y'all the rest of the notes I got, and then I'm going to bed. If you're watching this as I drop this video live, I appreciate you. You're a real fan, as Eric Reed calls us watching the broadcast. Does that make me feel any better about myself that Eric Reed thinks I'm a real fan? No, I regret watching this team every night. Just kidding. I enjoy watching Heat basketball. It's just annoying when they lose these West Coast trips because the Heat do finish 3-3 on this West Coast stand. But anyways, as we mentioned, Tyler Herro went absolutely nuclear in that first half. He shot 7 of 8 from the field, 5 of 5 from 3. And the thing that I liked most about that is he wasn't forcing it. He didn't really take any forced heat check shots. It was over the course of the entire first half because when the Lakers were coming really hard at him to double him or trap him, he was still continuing to find the open man. And I love the reads he made today. He had a lot of really great reads to find, whether it was Duncan Robinson, who couldn't hit any threes today. But he was out there doing a couple of things that he usually never does. Duncan today had a chase down block and a dunk. Who would have thought? I don't think he hit any threes today. I'll double check that real quick. I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't because he really hasn't hit any threes lately. Yeah, Duncan 0 of 4 tonight from 3. But he did a couple other cool things. But anyways, Tyler Herro, he was making some nice reads out there. I like that he really wasn't forcing anything. Early on, though, I did see a play where Max Christie like full court pressed Tyler Herro. And I'm thinking, damn, are they really going to key in on Tyler Herro today since he killed them last game? And the answer was no. They still couldn't guard Tyler Herro. But anyways, I like too, Herro had a really nice and one during that stretch where he like slowed down, like he decelerated, took the contact on I think Dalton Connect and finished with the left hand. And I just wanted to point that out because I've went on a few left-hand spiels on this channel and just how important it is to have one as a basketball player. And I've also noted how Tyler Herro's improvement in his left hand has been one of the main reasons that his driving game has seen a significant increase in efficiency this season. So it was a play like that was just absolutely beautiful to see. But anyways, it was also nice to see Khalil Ware come in and he immediately blocked Anthony Davis with his offhand. He used his left hand. Speaking of left hands to get up there, it was a beautiful play, especially since this is, one of the toughest matchups Khalil Ware's had, I guess, since he started getting consistent minutes. So it was nice to see that immediately. We also saw a couple of lobs from Nikola Jovic to Khalil Ware. we got to come up with a nickname for that duo. If y'all can think of a nickname for the Jovic and Ware connection, comment it down below. I know they got their individual nicknames. We're still workshopping the Khalil Ware one, I guess. We've heard Werewolf and we've heard the Warehouse. I'm not sure I love any of those, but workshop some names down below for that Jovic-Ware connection because it's been beautiful. Jovic has been so great finding him, and it's just been refreshing to see a guy with size because Khalil Ware, he was a bright spot today. He even had a few blocks today that looked like insane volleyball spikes, like some anime volleyball spikes, like straight out of Haikyuu. Is that the name of that volleyball anime? I haven't seen it. But yeah, he was nasty in the paint today defensively, Khalil Ware. Even though one of them I think was a goaltend, but even John Crotty was tripping on that. John Crotty was like, "That ain't no goaltend. The connect was passing that. It wasn't even a shot attempt." Because Khalil Ware also broke up a lot of lobs today. He's fun to watch. Anyways, speaking of Ware, we did get him and Bam. They got to play together, too. This time, Eric Reed got excited about this because Ware checked in for the final 31 seconds of the first half because I guess the Heat were going on defense, and Spo kind of wanted to put the best defensive unit out there. And I'm thinking, damn, please be good because if this doesn't end well, we're not going to see it again for a long time, which was the case last time we saw Ware. I think 1 minute this season, we've seen Bam and Ware, and I remember it was the end of a game versus, I forget who it was against, but I don't even remember if the Heat ended up winning or losing. But we haven't seen it since until tonight. And unfortunately, guys, it'll probably be a while before we see it again because in those last 31 seconds, Ware got dunked next to by Anthony Davis. And then Bam missed an open mid-range jump shot. And then Ware missed the putback on that. So it wasn't a great 31 seconds. Although, of course, I would still love to see more of the Bam-Ware connection. But anyways, Tyler Herro would close the first half, the Heat would close the first half actually 10-18. Obviously, Tyler Herro, I still think only missed one shot in the first half, but the Heat were 10-18 from three. They had a lot of great ball movement. They had the 8 turnovers, which has been an Achilles heel of this unit. You know what might help this having so many turnovers? Maybe having a true point guard. Maybe a guy like Isaiah Stevens. I don't know. Just a thought. You have a guy with one of the best assist-to-turnover ratios ever. Had the best assist-to-turnover ratio in the G League before you brought him up here. He's only averaging like 14 assists per game over there in Sioux Falls. Maybe give him some run. I don't know. Maybe take away Terry Rozier's minutes. I just a thought, right? Just a thought. Because actually yesterday I posted a really good breakdown of Terry Rozier in the season that he's having. We looked at a lot of clips. We looked at some advanced stats, and I was hoping that I could pull like a reverse jinx and me posting a critical video of him. He'd come out today and play well. That wasn't the case. I mean, Terry Rozier was terrible today. All of Heat Nation has turned on him. I don't know what the hell that's about. But anyways, go watch my Terry Rozier video from yesterday because it was pretty good. But anyways, of course, the Heat got off to a hot shooting first half. I was worried that it wouldn't translate to the second half because that's what we've been seeing all season. Remember yesterday, or I guess last game versus the Clippers, the Heat were up like 12 early on, and then they couldn't hit a shot in the second half. Actually, I think the Heat made it rain in the first quarter and then made 3 shots in the second quarter. That's what it was. Just wildly inconsistent offense this Heat team has, and that's exactly what we saw in the third quarter. The Heat were up 12, and then LeBron actually hit back-to-back threes to cut it to 1. But then Haywood Highsmith did have a nasty spin layup on LeBron that he finished. Oh, Hayward is going to be telling his grandkids about that. That was a beautiful play on LeBron. But then the Lakers would come down, they would make it a 1-point game again, and then Haywood Highsmith hit a 3 to extend the lead again. So he did hit some big shots today, and he had a pretty nice offensive game himself. But overall, the Heat in that third quarter, they finished relatively strong still. Herro was able to hit a few tough shots himself. Even had a great mid-range fade on LeBron. LeBron even acknowledged that during the game. Did a little head nod to show some respect to Tyler Herro. So I thought that was a super cool play as well. But then it all went to crap to start the fourth quarter. I mean, Eric Spoelstra put a lineup out there without Tyler and Bam, and I just don't think you can have that. You had Terry Rozier running with the bench unit. That's terrible because I know you still got that Jovic-Ware connection, but when Rozier is holding onto the ball so much, it's hard to get into those other actions. That's one of the things I did highlight in my Terry Rozier video from yesterday is I showed these 2 specific plays that the Heat started the fourth quarter with versus Portland. The first one was a beautiful play where Duncan found Jovic, who drew 2 defenders and found Ware. And then the second play was a rush transition, heavily contested step-back 3 by Terry Rozier that he missed. Go watch that Rozier video. It was a great breakdown, and I just get frustrated thinking about it. Because then even today, Terry Rozier in that fourth quarter, he tried to match a LeBron 3 with his own sidestep 3. Didn't even hit the rim on it. He tried driving into 3 people. Of course, he lost the ball because that's how Terry Rozier does. The Lakers would get a dunk. That would put them on a 14-4 run. The Lakers would go up 3. And the Heat's never really, I don't think the Heat took the lead back at all, actually. I know there was one point Nikola Jovic hit a big 3 in the corner to cut it to a one-possession game, but basically in that fourth quarter, the story is they couldn't guard LeBron, which has been the case for 20 years. Shout out to LeBron James at his 40 years of age. I hate when people continue to bring it up all the time, and it's like every 5 seconds he's 40, but damn it, I got to acknowledge it on a night like tonight because the Heat could not mess with him. But anyways, we'll go through these box scores real quick. Jaime Jaquez today, 12 points. He was okay today. He shot 50%, hit a couple threes. But he really slowed down after his hot starts to this road trip. His first 3 games, he had the triple-double, had a few 20-point games. And he just hasn't looked the same driving to the rim since. He only had the 1 turnover today, but driving to the rim, he did bobble the ball a few times. He doesn't look the same. I was hoping he could kind of show out in his homecoming to LA. It was nice to see he got his jersey retired by his high school team and stuff, but he just slowed down a little bit, which is disappointing, but I was going to say he'll bounce back, but not if we get Jimmy back next game. I don't know. We'll talk about that a little bit later in this video. But shout out Haywood Highsmith today. He finished with 12 points, hit a few threes himself. Tyler Herro today, I'm giving him credit. 34 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Now, the 3 assists is paired with 7 turnovers. It's no bueno. But considering the fact Tyler Herro shot 12 of 18, that's 67%. And he was 7 of 12 from 3, that's 58%. Considering he had 34 points and nobody else had more than 12, I'm not going to get on Tyler Herro for the turnovers today. He was awesome. He really was. And the theme this year offensively has been hero or bust. And obviously, he's going to have to take some tough shots. He's going to have some turnovers because he's going to have to force a few things on the offense because he's the only one scoring. That's the difference between him and Terry. Tyler forces shots because he's good and makes them. Terry forces shots because he's bad and thinks he can make them. But anyways, Terry was here today. 6 points, 3 of 7, 0 of 3 from 3. He's made like 2 out of his last 23s. And those 2 was a banked in 3 versus Portland and then a 3 that bounced in like 10 times versus the Clippers. But anyways, the guy that I actually really want to be a little bit critical of now in the starting lineup is Bam Adebayo. Bam's had a nice stretch of games, so I'm not, acting like he hasn't been good in this recent stretch. And also today he came out and spoke a little bit about the Jimmy Butler situation. He was talking to Mark J. Spears. And basically Bam was saying, I'm taking on the role as the leader because the team has to have someone to lead on, through these trial and tribulations of a long season. And I posted a YouTube short talking about that because I certainly respect Bam Adebayo taking on that leadership role. He needs to because he's getting paid like it. And I believe he can because of guys like Alonzo Mourning and Spo and Udonis Haslem are telling me that Bam is the next guy to carry the Heat culture torch. I have to believe them because those guys don't BS. You think Udonis Haslem would say Bam can be the leader of this team if Udonis didn't believe it? No. So I do believe that Bam Adebayo can be a vocal leader of this team. It's just the aggressiveness on offense isn't what you'd wish it would be. I know, we've been saying this all season, but when you look at today, he took 6 shots. He took 7 shots, and one of them was like in the last minute. He took 7 shots. He was 3 for 7. Another sub 50% game from Bam Adebayo. Did hit a 3 today, but 4 free throw attempts. That's not good enough. It's not. I know you're being guarded by Anthony Davis, one of the best defenders in the league, but you're also one of the best defenders, Bam. And Anthony Davis had no problem dropping 22 and 11 on you. He did it. I know those weren't all on Bam, of course. The Heat are a small team in general, so AD scored on several guys, but there's no excuse because AD is also asked to do a ton defensively for the Lakers, as is Bam. So I'm not expecting the Bam to go out there and drop 20 shots a night, 20 points a night and take 20 shots, whatever it is, because he is asked to do a lot defensively. But 7 shots, that's not going to cut it, especially when you consider the fact that Bam had 8 points at halftime and finished with 10. He scored 2 points in the second half. And it was with like 5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. God, the guy's getting paid $60 million once this extension kicks in. It's not good enough. It's not. I think he'll turn around and bounce back, but too many games like this. That's all. Nikola Jovic today, 4 of 7. So after a rough shooting performance last game, where I think he was like 1 for 10, he did bounce back. I love the fact he also had 8 assists to go with his 12 points. He was moving the ball very, very well out there. Of course, a lot of that was to Khalil Ware. Duncan Robinson today, we talked about him. 2 of 7 for him. Jeez, he's in a big slump now. But yeah, shout out to Khalil Ware. Had his first double-double last game, and today he had 8 points and 11 rebounds. That's in 17 minutes. 4 of 7. Affecting hella shots out there, too. Love what I'm seeing from Khalil Ware. Hopefully, he can get an uptick in minutes. And then I'm glad Alec Burks got some real run today. 20 minutes. He's been playing, sometimes between 10 and 15 minutes. I like the fact he got 20 today. 3 of 3 from the field, 2 of 2 from 3. So, although he's been shooting a little bit more poor of late compared to how he started this season, we know what he is. He's a good shooter. He's a reliable player. He's a smart player. He should take all of Terry Rozier's minutes, but... Anyways, that's really all I got to say on the Heat side of things. I mean, the Lakers had 3 guys, 20-plus. LeBron, Hachimura, Anthony Davis. They all had 22, 23, and 22 respectively. Yeah, but that extra 17 shots, that's the difference right there. Anyways, as you may be aware, the Heat played the Denver Nuggets on Friday. The reports are saying Jimmy Butler's going to play. Now, I don't want to talk too much about that because we did hear that he's meeting with Mickey Arison. At first, I heard Friday, which is the day of the game. But then I also heard tomorrow, which is Thursday, which makes more sense. I'm speculating that they're going to meet and come to an agreement for Jimmy to be away from the team on paid leave. That's what I'm speculating. So, although all the other reports said that he's going to play, I'm skeptical. Now, I hope he plays because, boy, will Friday be a show. Or maybe we're just overhyping it. Maybe Jimmy goes out there and scores like 15 points with like 7 rebounds, and it's a lot to do about nothing. But it might be a show. And as y'all know, if you've been watching the channel, I am going to the following game on Sunday versus Spurs. So if y'all at the Heat Spurs game, come find me. I'm in the 300 level. I forget what section. I'll find out for y'all. I'll let you know. But let me know if you're going to the game down below and want to say what's up. Again, that's the Heat Spurs game. But and we'll see what happens. I am curious to hear if we get any details about Jimmy Butler's meeting with Mickey Arison. If we do, I'll probably get a video out on it tomorrow. We found out a whole bunch of stuff today in the Chris Haynes report, but I didn't feel like spamming the Jimmy Butler content. It's boring to me at this point anyways. But maybe I'll get a video out on y'all tomorrow. Subscribe so you don't miss it. I'm on the grind to hit 7K subs. Make sure to like and comment because all that stuff is greatly appreciated as well. That being said, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace out, y'all boys and ladies. I know I got some ladies watching. Appreciate y'all too.
Look, pull up in your city tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.